El Pismo Negro! R.I.P. It is the Awesome Bomb Flight Radio Show. There we are. Oh my God, is somebody drunk or not? I don't know. We gotta talk. CM? It's definitely not CM tonight. We're talking to the real Violence Jack. Violence Jack, people are starting to catch on to you that you stole your gimmick from Japan.
Oh, they finally catch on. They're finally cultured.
They're finally catching on, well, because I think Google's having something to do with it. And they're saying, hey, what the fuck, man? This guy's stealing his fucking gimmick from Japan, but I think it's okay if you do that. You know?
Everything's borrowed. Nothing's original.
Right, exactly. I think so, too. Let me tell you, tonight we got Freak Show coming on. You know Freak Show, or do you not know Freak Show?
The name's familiar, but I don't quite recall.
But you see him, he's from these deathmatch tournaments, the IWA deathmatch tournaments. He's the guy, let me put it to you this way, and I want to ask him about it when he calls in. And he hasn't called in, so he's not listening. Well, I don't know that he's not listening, but he's not hearing what I'm talking to you about right now. He's the guy that supposedly put Ian Rotten's eye out. Before. So you heard about that. You heard about that, though, right?
Oh, yeah. How much is he charging us to be our guest?
He's not charging anything to be our guest. He had a match tonight, apparently, so hopefully he's not fucked up, too. These guys seem to wrestle every fucking night, but in the St. Louis area, you have matches on Friday night and Saturday night, maybe, those 2 nights. Where are all these places where these fuckers are wrestling on Wednesdays and every fucking night of the week? Where do you see that? I mean, I always thought St. Louis was a pretty good wrestling area. But these guys are wrestling on Wednesday nights. I talked to Ricky Morton. I talked to Ricky Morton myself. I didn't have a producer fucking talk to him about it. And he said, "Oh, I wrestle every night." Where the fuck are you wrestling every night? Yeah, like where are these people going that they're wrestling every fucking night? I don't get that. That seems insane because who's going out on a Wednesday night to watch some wrestling? I don't know. Especially when you get it on TV every single night. I don't know where you're going every night to watch professional wrestling. It seems insanely.
In the good days when you could run the loop, when you could run the go around the loop, and you'd hit Kentucky and then somewhere in Indiana or whatever, and it's all within 4 hours of each other. But right now, those territories are all dead. Somebody's just going to like Jacksonville, Mississippi one night, and then going to like Hendersonville, Tennessee the next night, I guess.
No, well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like in the old days, I know in the old days that's how it used to be. Where like Monday night you'd be in Sedalia, Missouri, then you would be in Boonville, Missouri, then you would go down to Joplin on Wednesday night, and every night you had sort of a loop within a couple of hours of each other. Is what you would do, and that was it. But nowadays, these guys are doing these matches within a few minutes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how often these guys are traveling, but I can imagine that they're, I guess, they're making money. I mean,
I think Ricky Morton is trying to do that fake talk and Carney talk, that kayfabe bullshit. He's wrestling. I think he's wrestling once a month.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I mean, I didn't think of it that way, but I was like, well, okay, obviously he must have some, because I do know that in Indiana, I went to go see, they do have a show in Evansville, Indiana on Wednesday nights. I know that because I went to go see it one night. From St. Louis, I went to go see our boy Billy McNeil wrestle in Evansville, Indiana. It's like a 3-hour drive from us. And he did it on a Wednesday night, and I guess they do that every Wednesday night. They do this thing.
Okay, fine.
And it was a great.
Night, but what's he gonna do? On Monday night he's in Memphis, and Tuesday night he goes someplace, and then Wednesday he goes. I mean, he'd spend more in gas than what he's making to fucking show up.
Yeah, well, that is definitely for sure, because I was getting ready to say before I was so rudely interrupted by you, Violence Jack, that about maybe 50 people total showed up to this giant place. And so you got to imagine they can't be making anything. But on the same night that I was there with Billy McNeil, they had Madman Pondo, Tracy Smothers, Ian Rotten. I mean, you have like 3 fairly well-known independent names on the same night, and you can imagine that there's not a lot of money to go around between each other, and so therefore you can't imagine that they're doing much of anything except maybe what New Jack describes what he does, and just sucks off chicks at the show, more or less.
If you're just touring around, you can probably turn a few tricks and make some money, but I mean, just purely. I mean, if Ricky Morton is taking some fucking dope with him to each show and like selling them to all the fucking all the marks out in the crowd, selling each of them eighth or a dime bag or something, he's probably turning a little bit of a profit. But that's the only way. I mean, Ricky Morton T-shirts, I've never seen one. I've never seen one person in the past 20 years wearing a Ricky Morton T-shirt, so it's not like his gimmicks are selling.
I can't believe what you're saying to me, Miles Jack. You're so politically incorrect. It's almost hard for me to believe it.
What fucking Ricky Morton shirt have you seen anybody wear in 20 years?
Well, I never saw anybody wear one back in the day. In fact, back in the day of the, I happened to know some people. My grandpa, in fact, was around back in the day, and he said that he only saw people wearing Sting shirts. Sting and maybe a Road Warriors shirt. That was it.
Yeah, the Road Warriors, they had fucking gimmicks galore. They had the T-shirts, and then when they got to the fucking Satan himself, Vince McMahon, they had the fucking foam rubber little kid elbow pad or shoulder pads and shit. They had gimmicks, but Ricky Morton, he didn't have a fucking gimmick. What did he do? Sell tassels?
I don't like what you're saying about Ricky Morton. I always did. Actually, I was always against the Rock and Roll Express because I was a heel fan back in the day. But But let me, Valence Jack, I'm gonna tell Ricky Morton what you said about him, and then I'm gonna bring him up here and let him fucking whip your ass.
No, I'm not I have all the respect in the world for Ricky Morton, but what he's saying is ludicrous. I know for a fact. Okay, I'm gonna find Ricky Morton's MySpace or his fucking booking agent. And I'm gonna see what his tour thing looks like. I bet his tour thing looks like one night he wrestles a fucking oil cap at Valvoline, and the next night the same, and the next night the same. Finally comes Saturday, he drives out someplace and puts over the next Barry Horowitz, and then he sleeps all day Sunday and drives back and makes it to Valvoline in time.
Hey, you know what? And I'm busting your balls for this whole thing, but realistically, it is absolutely the fucking fact of the matter. Man, somebody's calling me on the phone. I can't believe it. But I'm telling you for the fact of the fucking matter that we're talking about this not because of Ricky Morton, because Ricky Morton said he wrestles every night. Well, he's in the South. He's in the deep South. He probably could wrestle every fucking week. But we did have absurdly insane fucking news that tells us that there's a certain fucking hardcore legend icon type of a guy that says, nah, we won't. I ain't coming on a show unless they pay me, man. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying. And that is the most fucking retarded thing in the entire world, because if there's one business that's about self-promotion and only self-fucking promotion, it's the wrestling and fighting business. And to say, I'm only coming on if they pay me, man, it reminds me of Balls Mahoney. We go see Balls Mahoney in Peoria, Illinois. And this guy, he won't take a fucking picture even on your own camera outside the fucking, just outside anywhere. Fucking, you go, man, I'm so far behind on my mortgage, dude. You gotta pay me fucking $20, dude, to take my picture, man. Hey, who wants your picture, you toothless fucking dirtbag fuck?
These guys are the fucking like Gene Simmons marks. When you read that, Gene Simmons,